Okay, so we're going to finish the second half of, what section was it, 6.6? So we're going to finish the second half of 6.6 today, and then we'll have a quiz, maybe a short quiz on Wednesday. I'll give you more information about that tomorrow. And then on Friday, we're going to have a Chapter 6 test, and that will be the Common Assessment Test, double in sheets. On Friday, I will give you Chapter 1 review. We have a 3-day weekend next weekend, okay, because on Martin Luther King Day, we don't have school. So on Friday, I will give you Chapter 1 packet, and I'll give you the review sheet for that.
That's this weekend coming up?
Next weekend coming up. The one coming, yeah, a week from today, Martin Luther King Day. All right? So, let's cover this lesson. All right, so up on the board I have the absolute deviation of x from 10 is less than 15. And because it's less than, what's this going to be, an and statement or an or statement? And. It's going to be an and statement, right? And how would I write that? Well, when you see that it's less than 15, I know I can put less than 15. Yes. Okay, so the absolute value, the absolute deviation of x from 10, well, that means x minus 10. And then we can go ahead and set up our case 1 and case 2. And because this is a less than sign, it's going to be an and statement. Remember, less than or equal to, it's going to be an and. And it's going to be between two numbers. So and statement, it's going to be between two numbers. When we have greater than or greater than or equal to, that makes an or statement. And so you're going to have arrows somewhere. Okay, and typically one arrow goes to the left, one arrow goes to the right. Not always, but most times. Okay? All right. Well, what if I wrote, let's take another problem. -3 times the absolute deviation of x from -7 is less than or equal to -21. First of all, is that possible?
No.
Well, let's see. Let's set it up first. Go ahead, Emily.
I said -3, and then the line,
Okay.
and then x plus 7,
X plus 7.
yeah, and then less than or equal to, or less, yeah,
Less than or equal to.
negative.
All right. Now, before we go to case 1 and case 2, which we cannot do yet, what do we have to do? Yes. You divide by -3. Okay, so we're going to divide by -3. And so I have the absolute value of x plus 7 is less than or equal to 7. Yes or no? No. I have to flip the sign. So you got to be careful now. Because I divided both sides by -3, it becomes greater than or equal to. And that's why I said, when we started off, it appeared that it was going to be an and statement. But you can't make that decision yet until you have the absolute value all by itself.
How did you change it to a positive 7 and a negative 7?
Because a -21 divided by a negative,
No, I mean like the x plus 7.
oh, remember the first example I gave you? where it said the absolute deviation of x from 10 is x minus 10. Okay? Well, the next one I said the absolute deviation of x from negative 7, so it becomes x plus 7. Or x minus a negative 7, which is x plus 7. So what you want to think of here when you're doing this problem is just change this sign here.
Do you always change it?
I don't want to say always, okay? But in this, well, in this particular problem, when it says the absolute deviation of x from this number, then this number, then this
Why would
number.
it change though? Wouldn't it just say minus 7?
No, it's x minus a negative 7. Okay? Look, go back to the first problem. When I said the absolute value of x from 10, I wrote x minus 10. Wouldn't it stay x plus 10? No, you would change the sign. And that's why I wrote x minus 10. Didn't I change it from 10 to negative 10?
Yeah, but it says from, so doesn't that mean
Right. So that's what this is, x from. Doesn't that mean minus? X minus the negative 7. Makes it x plus 7. Okay, I can't explain it any more than that. Okay? All right. Because I'm going to confuse everybody else. But
Yeah.
all right, so basically we're changing that sign. Stop talking. All right. Okay, and I think we're going to stop at this point. So that sort of finishes up chapter 6. In fact, it finishes up the whole chapter. So the rest, tomorrow we're going to review what's going to be on the quiz on Wednesday. Thursday we're going to review for the test, so we'll review the whole chapter. And I want you to keep that review. I'll probably collect it and keep it for you, because that's going to be part of your review for the final. Does that make sense? I don't want to review for chapter 6 and then have to review it again next week. There's no need for that. Okay. All right. So your homework for today is going to be on page 401 and 402. And we already did 3 through 16, correct?
Yeah.
So we're going to do 17 through 32. And then we'll do problem 35. Okay? And that'll be your homework for today.